Today on Fashion Guide, who are the up-and-coming designers? The latest round of young fashion designers from the Be Next contest was held in Almaty. A hipster effect, French scientists review the modern fashion issues with scientific precision, and an expo of unique Marilyn Monroe photographs in Poland. Year after year, more and more Kazakh designers take their steps to succeed abroad, showing their collections in foreign fashion weeks, expos, and showrooms. Another path to the global popularization of domestic fashion is to host world-class events in our own country. One such event is the Be Next contest for young fashion designers and photographers. It has been held for 15 years now. Designers from Georgia, Russia, Ukraine, Belarusia, Poland, Azerbaijan, and other countries take part in the event annually. This year, they were joined by designers from Kazakhstan. Almaty even hosted a round of this spectacular fashion contest, the elimination round for the Kazakhstan and Central Asian countries. Out of 30 bids, we've selected the 10 best designers from Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, and Ukraine. We've received a lot of bids. The goal of the elimination round is to select the best people and then send them to Tbilisi, also to give them feedback. Ayazhan Jakshibai is a successful Kazakh designer, a member of the jury, and Be Next representative in Kazakhstan and Central Asia. The contest is organized and presided over by Sofia Chkonya. A prominent fashion curator and art director of the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week in Tbilisi. Every year, she invites the best contestants to take part in her showroom, the Be Next Paris, which takes place during the Paris Fashion Week twice a year. I can take part in the event. It's organized for young fashion designers who are taking their first steps, who never presented any collections before, or who are just entering the world of fashion. And this contest is unique in terms of its jury, with very distinguished people as jury members. The contestants have to say something about themselves and show a small collection of 5 images. What's interesting is that the organizers granted full freedom of expression to the designers. You definitely want something new. When you have worked with over 500 brands in your life, you sure want to experience something new. New ideas, as well as nice fixtures, quality, and artistry. My first priority is novelty and ideas. My second priority is the quality of the workmanship, and the third is fixtures, which should be very nice and comfortable for our customers. The contestants tried hard to leave their jury in awe. Some placed their bets on traditional motifs and won. The second prize winner is Saltanat Jazikbayeva from Kazakhstan. Amazing handcrafted leatherwork is a trademark of her collection. I wanted to demonstrate that leather can be a very good material. It is fine quality, 100% natural leather. It's saddlecloth leather, treated cow skin with ornaments. In ancient times, Kazakhs used this method when making shoes and various accessories. I wanted to show how you can use leather in clothing. Anatyo from Kyrgyzstan won first prize at the contest. She was able to combine modern colors and fabrics with traditional nomad outfits. This is my thesis work. It's a final version. The collection's name is Nomad, and I spent 2 months making it. I used only natural fixtures, cotton, wool, and leather inserts. These 2 girls won the trip to Tbilisi for the Be Next final round, where designers from all corners of Asia and Europe will vie for victory in the contest. Watch the next fashion guides to know what our finalists did to prove themselves, and who's in it to win the final round of the contest. The great Russian poet Alexander Pushkin called Onegin his poem's imposing character the London dandy. Nowadays, the most common word for creative and fashionable young people is hipster. Professor Jonathan Touboul from Collège de France in Paris claims that modern people who are trying to be different paradoxically end up conforming. To prove this, the scientists built a mathematical model entitled the hipster effect, when anti-conformists all look the same, which explains the tendency of hipsters to become uniform. Quite a bit of complex algebraic calculations were used to create the formula.
I started looking at very simple models that have a small number of possible states. For instance, in the hipster model, it's +1 or -1. and that interact in a very simple way. So for instance, they just interact with the majority trend in my model. And with that, I had a very simple model to look at, and I realized that actually, if you had individuals that wanted to be different from the others, and that they were too slow in detecting the trend in the population, then you did synchronize. This is what you need. You need people that want to be different, and in the end, just because they are too slow to detect the trend, they synchronize, and they all do. All these people that want to be different, they all do the same thing at the same time. And this is where the hipster effect name comes from.
According to Touboul's theory, hipsters strive to be nonconformist in their appearance and ideals, but strangely enough, this desire is quite typical.
And we have two types of individuals in the network. Those that want to follow the trend, and when they see that the majority of individuals are +1, they want to be +1. These individuals I call mainstream. And other individuals, when they see that the majority of the population is +1, they want to become -1, and these I call the hipsters. And so this is a model. We have two populations of individuals that interact with the same variable, which is a trend, and I want to characterize the dynamics of this phenomenon. I want to know what happens in time, if they do the same thing, or if they are all different, and when the population becomes larger, trend goes to 0, we have the same number of people at +1 or -1, or if we have trends that emerge in the hipster community.
The mathematician believes that his formula is useful for hipsters and those who want to determine the importance of fashion trends. As a conclusion, all hipsters start doing the same thing at the same time, and when they realize, they just stop. But they all stop altogether at the same time. In London's East End, a hub for the hipster community, people largely agreed with the paradox.
Hipsters, they do try and be different, but they end up being the same. So you're going like, oh, Mr. has tattoo, weird trousers, weird color combination. There is a hipster.
Anyway, hipsters will surely pay attention to the theory of their typicalness, and if the theory will inspire another wave of people trying to be different, then it will prove itself once again. A film diva, a stage star, and a fashion icon. All that was said about Marilyn Monroe. To the delight of admirers of the legendary actress, a new photo exhibition is soon to open featuring unique photographs of Marilyn by the famous fashion photographer Milton Green. Currently, the photos are on display in the Polish State Archives, while the exhibition will be launched in the Century Hall in Wrocław. I chose photographs that show variety. I think that a person walking through the exhibition should be able to see a different Marilyn Monroe in every photograph. Because these are photographs of an actress and a movie star, but also of a private person. Some photographs were posed, but some are of Marilyn Monroe in intimate settings. The key thing was to show Marilyn Monroe not only as a great actress and sex symbol, but Marilyn Monroe as a human and as a woman.
Było to, żeby nie pokazywać Marilyn Monroe jako wielką aktorkę i symbol seksu, tylko Marilyn Monroe jako człowieka i dziewczynę.
The show's more than 3,000 prints also include Audrey Hepburn, Coco Chanel, Grace Kelly, Judy Garland, Frank Sinatra, Andy Warhol, or Hubert de Givenchy, to name a few. It even contains never-before-published photos. Green was having photo shoots for the world's most famous fashion magazines. He first met Monroe in 1953 and soon became her friend and business partner. That's how he got the rare opportunity to take pictures of Marilyn the film star, but also photos of her in a more intimate, personal setting. The ballerina sitting is one such unique shot. When we look at these photographs, we can see first of all the relationship, a very close personal relationship between the photographer and the person being photographed. This is the element that is necessary. If the photographer is not able to attain a level of partnership with the photographed person, then we can forget about it. Apart from portraits of celebrities, the collection also features self-portraits, portrait studies, experiments with print development, and much more. The value of the whole collection has been calculated to be between 4.5 and 6 million euros. And that's all for today. Don't miss the new fascinating tour around the world of beauty and fashion with Fashion Guide just in 1 week's time.